God bless you.
What's going on around here?
It's a pity you weren't here earlier. There was a fight.
Some drunks had a fight.
No, that's just the point. A bunch of brutes laid into a lad. I think they were after him. If I hadn't called the bailiff, he could have ended up a lot worse.
And you don't know why they beat him up?
You'll have to ask him yourself. He wouldn't tell me anything. He acted like nothing had happened.
And who was the lad?
A hired hand from Visoka, a village up the hill. I think his name is Pavel.
Thanks. Anything else?
There are also bands of vagrants wandering around here, so something will definitely happen sooner or later.
Right here?
Not yet, but people are already afraid to stick their noses out at night, especially after that fight with those blokes from Prague.
What happened?
They were acting like they owned the place, drinking and eating like pigs. Our lads told them politely to take a walk, and they did too, but not before beating our lads up like dogs. And what did the bailiff do? Not a thing. He's an old yellow belly. So now the lads are practicing fighting with their bare hands, so it won't happen again. All in secret, of course. And that's about it.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. The bailiff doesn't know anything about the fights.
He suspects something. That's why he often sits in here and listens to all that's going on.
Could I take part in these fights too?
But of course. My son runs them. He's the strongest one here, and he loves to brag about it. I can't listen to it anymore. If you beat that lout, I'll give you something on the tavern's tab. What do you say?
Why not try it? I'm in. We can start right away.
Shh! The bailiff is sitting over there listening to everything. When he's gone, you can fight all you want.
Tell me, where can I find the rest of the fighters?
Shh! The bailiff is sitting over there listening to everything.
What's going on?
I haven't heard, and you won't.
What are you here for? Who's that creeping around? What are you messing around with that door for, eh? I apologise. God bless you.
Greetings to you.
So here you are. Do you know how long I've been looking for you? They told me you were dead.
I haven't had such a good laugh for years. You ought to see your face.
I don't find it funny. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Well, speaking of which, you're not rhyming anymore.
Because I'm not Morticius, you donkey.
What? So who are you?
I'm just a simple poet. A rambler and a wayfarer.
So you made the whole thing up?
Not all of it. Morticius was my grandfather. The poor fellow was probably bored to death in the ossuary, so he sired a bunch of babes all over this domain. Of course, as a monk. He didn't leave much of an inheritance, so all I have left of him is his old habit. But you can play some pretty good tricks with it. I got you, didn't I?
Yeah. I'll confess, you got me. I really believed you were a monk.
Then my act was a success. And now, thanks to us, there will be 3 lovely pyramids of bones in the ossuary. Not everyone gets to leave behind such a memorial for posterity, eh?
Yeah, that's just great. But you promised me a reward.
All right. So you don't feel like you made an ass of yourself or nothing? I'll teach you a bit about poetry. What do you say?
Are you the bailiff?
Aye, that's me.
A bailiff who sits in the tavern in broad daylight? Aren't you worried how folk might look on that?
I don't come here to drink, but to listen.
You mean... spying?
You can learn things from gossip you'd have trouble finding out otherwise. Saves me work.
Christ, what's the hold up?
Oh, finally. The farmer's looking for you. His cow's been stolen.
Which farmer?
Oh, he didn't tell me his name.
Well, that's a lot of help. Bloody hell. Now I have to run around like a bloated goat.
A large beer for me.
The Lord be with you. Courage!
Careful.
Tell me,
They meet in the pen behind the inn, so they won't be seen. But don't let the bailiff catch you. He'd give you a hard time, and
I know about your son already, but tell me about the others.
they're hired hands, just like him. Venza is the son of a farmer, and Pascal is from the blacksmiths.
I'm certain I'll get on with Pascal. We're in the same trade.
You're a blacksmith too? Well, that'll be a right hammering then.
Thanks. That'll be all.
God bless you.
The journey itself was great. No delays, nice weather. I've got to say, it's a scary place out there.
Nothing but footpads and ruffians, eh? I keep saying, this country needs a firm hand.
I saw that firm hand of yours in my own eyes. Some bastards burned down a farm.
Shit.
Who was it? I don't know. But it wasn't some rabble. Where are the royal captains? I wouldn't be surprised if it was the royal captains, settling scores with the local lords.
Christ, that's bloody awful.
Aye, it's a strange war. Strange and fucked up.
Well, want another?
Well, he thinks up a false alarm. I'm running around like a headless chicken because of it, and he dares to show his face to me. If you don't want to sit behind bars for a few days, you'd... Cheers!
Give me something to
I
eat.
heard about the local fight club. You're one of the members, aren't you?
If you have to ask. But if you don't plan on taking part, don't even ask. We don't need any gawkers.
The innkeeper sent me. He said I could fight too. I'm Henry.
Aha. Well, that's another story. I'm Venza. I'll fight with you first.
Should we go and bash each other's teeth in?
Why wouldn't we? How about a little wager to spice things up, eh?
Here it is.
That sounds good. Here you are.
Now that's more interesting. So, on guard! The devil take you! The devil take you! Fuck it out! Oh, come on! Are you afraid? Go fuck yourself! Is that all you've got? The devil take you! Well, you surprised me.
It was a good fight. Thanks for it.
You gave me a proper thrashing. But Pascal will straighten you out. You deserve this, though. All right?
You know it. Thanks.
The hell to freeze over? So what's it gonna be? I've got more than a...
What brought you to fighting?
Well, I don't rightly know. It seems better than drinking or whoring around to me.
Oh, so girls and drinking aren't your thing?
Not really. I'm happier at the forge.
Why do I get the feeling your heart's not really into these fights?
It's true. Marcus says we're doing this so we defend ourselves, in case someone came around causing problems. But it seems to me he's doing it more for fun and money from the bets.
The bailiff doesn't like the fighting much. Why don't you just stop fighting?
I'd stop going right away, but Marcus always drags us into it. And if someone doesn't feel like it, he tells everyone what a chicken he is.
Oh, you're just asking for trouble.
Do you think so? Try to tell Marcus that. It's all his idea anyway.
Should we fight?
That's why you're here, isn't it? Now we just need to bet.
Here it is.
Thanks. Now let's see some teeth flying.
Fucking hell! Wanker!
Well, I can...
Oh, come on. You're strong. The rest can be learned.
Here you go. I hope it comes in handy.
Martha asked me to help with those horseshoes for the soldiers from the camp.
Right. The blacksmith said they were here again. He always sends me home when they show up here, so they don't see me.
Why?
Once a band of Pragas were causing trouble in the tavern, and we stepped in to break things up, and they attacked us. So they say it'd be better if I didn't show my face around them. As if we'd mix it up again. God be with you, good sir.
I'm the last one.
What does the innkeeper say about these fights of yours?
Not much. Why do you ask?
He's afraid you'll get into trouble. You beat the wrong bloke just once, and that's it.
What do you know about it?
I once fought with a nobleman.
No bloody way. And how did you enjoy the pillory? Did they give you a proper whipping?
I swear, it's true. And the punishment I got was far worse. I'm still acting as a squire for that whelp.
At least you have a story to tell in the tavern. Not everyone can boast that.
Shall we fight?
No need to ask twice. And how about a bet? What do you say?
I agree. Here you go.
I'll take it. Now say a prayer, and let's get at it. Surprise! Come and get it. Don't laugh too hard. I'll wipe that. Come and get it. Keep flopping around. It's not going to help you. Fucking hell! Keep flopping around. It's not going to help. Oh! Keep flopping around. It's not going to help you. Jesus! Oh! Fucking hell! Don't laugh too hard. I'll wipe that smile off your face. Come and get it. Don't laugh too hard. I'll wipe that smile off your face. Don't laugh too hard. I'll wipe that smile off your face. Come and get it. Keep flopping around. It's not going to help you. Come and get it. Good fight. Where'd you learn that?
I learned from experience. It hurts, sometimes a lot. But it keeps you on your toes at least.
Aye, I get you. I concede. Here you go. And don't forget to go and see Father. He always has some kind of reward for the best fighter.
Christ, what's the hold-up?
I defeated your fighters.
I heard. Your reward is well deserved. Oh, and by the way, the hired hands in Horshan also enjoy similar pastimes. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard there's some dive in Kuttenberg where people batter each other, just for coin. Disgraceful.
I agree. Maybe I'll see it with my own two eyes someday. Can I spend the night here? I'll pay you
But
That's enough for me, and I'll pay you well. Agreed. I hope that'll be enough.
thank you, and a good...
Too bad.
What a nice day.
Onions, garlic, shut.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Greetings.
Good day, sir.
Martha says she needs to have something forged.
Let me guess. Horseshoes for that rabble from the camp, eh? God damn it. I'd rather go broke than do anything for that lot.
So there's a military camp on the other side of the hill here. But that doesn't mean you'll lose your livelihood. You have a wife, a farm, and an apprentice on top of it. I'm sure you can use every groschen.
Well, there's some truth to that. But how would I look? A band of those Pragas beat up our boys in the tavern. Even Pascal got a pasting.
Then I'll forge them. At least you'll have a clear conscience.
Well, all right then.
What about the materials? If those horseshoes are needed in a hurry, I don't want to waste time scavenging for iron.
Indeed. Here you go. That should do for 2 sets.
What's new around here, blacksmith?
That soldier who recently offered us work comes to mind. He was looking for a blacksmith and saying some pretty suspicious things. I don't want to get involved with any soldiers from Sigismund's camp, but if you really need money, try going to see him. Alas, that's all I know.
All right, thank you. I'll look into it.
God be with you, sir.
Here are those horseshoes. 2 sets, just as we agreed.
Let's see them then. These will do just fine. Such a young, hard-working, talented fella you are. Too bad I'm not a few years younger.
You mentioned something about payment?
Here you go. You won't buy a castle for it, but good work calls for good pay. Now, someone just needs to bring the horseshoes to Victoria. Would you do that for me? This backache of mine.
Who's this Victoria?
A girl from the village. She's a bit different. But deep down, a good girl.
Different? What do you mean?
She's had a hard life. Her husband died of the plague a while back, and now she's all alone. She does odd jobs for the villagers here to make a living. Sometimes I send her up to the soldiers with our goods. Why would I drag myself up that hill when she's got young legs and likes going up there anyway?
Fine. Which house does she live in?
It's not far at all. Just cross the stream and you're there.
Good day.
Good to see you.
What's new around?
Nothing much. If you're looking for a job, take care, friend.
Victoria, I bought you horseshoes from Martha. Victoria? You here? Christ, so much blood. What happened here? I have to tell Martha. I brought Victoria those horseshoes, and I think something's happened to her.
What? What do you mean?
The house was empty, and in the hearth room next to the bed, I found a puddle of blood. It hadn't even dried yet.
Jesus Christ! What if she's been... No!
It might not be too late. Do you have any idea where she could be?
I don't know. Really? Oh, how horrible!
Did Victoria have problems with anyone from the village? Did anyone want to hurt her?
No, definitely not. Good God, she was... I mean, she is a good girl. Although...
Can you think of anyone?
Sometimes there's talk about how she lives alone and how she makes her living.
Why would anyone be bothered about how Victoria makes her living? As long as she's not stealing, she can do whatever she wants, right?
Well, not everyone was happy that she brings our goods up to the camp. Once someone even drew something very ugly on our door because of it. But what's that poor girl supposed to do without a man? There's a war, and we all need to make a living somehow.
Who did she go and see at the camp? Who might know more about her?
Mainly their blacksmith. She brings goods up there every 2 or 3 days. He's certain to remember her. So tell them at the gate that you're bringing something from the smithy. They'll let you in.
Who's bothered by her living alone? Whose business is that?
Things are a little different, you see. She lost her husband some time ago. A young widow, actually. A pretty young widow. Naturally, a few fellas were fawning over her. There was one in particular. But he got the boot, just like all the others. But he'd never hurt her. He might be a loudmouth, but he's harmless.
Who's this mystery man, then?
I won't say. If word got out that I accused someone, we might as well just close up shop here.
Well, I'm not about to go blabbing about it in the tavern. I just need to know where to start looking for Victoria.
Fine. But you didn't hear this from me. Farmer Kuba was pretty keen on her. And he wasn't going to give up easy. Last time, he tried to flatter her by giving her a headscarf. But Victoria knew it had belonged to his dead wife. So she told him to sod off. The whole village was laughing at him. He's a bitter old man. But would he hurt her? I don't think so.
Huh? Jealousy's a powerful thing, though.
Well, that's true, too. So go and ask him yourself. He lives with his children and his housekeeper in that big house behind the smithy. He's always wearing a bright red coat and a hat with a feather in it. You're certain not to miss him, but not a peep about what I told you.
Don't worry. I'll take that secret to the grave. Is there anything else you can think of before I go?
I've already told you everything I know. Now hurry up!
What?
You're Cuba, the farmer, right?
Aye, I am. What do you want?
I'm looking for Victoria, and I thought you might know where to find her.
Why should I, of all people, know?
I hear you were quite fond of her.
Who told you that, eh?
But she sent you packing. In front of half the village.
Birds have been twittering, have they? Her husband wasn't the only one taken by the Black Death. I lost my wife, too. So I thought to myself, enough time has passed, and two can live better than one. I tried. She wasn't interested. End of story. I've no idea what she's up to now, and I don't care.
Does she have friends here? Who does she talk with in the village?
Mainly with Martha, the blacksmith's wife. But all she did was use Victoria to do her dirty work.
Well, I've spoken to Martha, and it seems she's genuinely worried about Victoria.
Worried about her? Why?
Victoria's missing. And there's a puddle of blood at her house.
I reckon someone was jealous of them soldiers she hangs around with. What's that got to do with me?
You can't be serious. She could be injured somewhere, or even worse. And you're glad?
What goes around comes around. I have a clean conscience. To hell with that silly goose.
Why don't you just admit the girl was a real thorn in your side? And that you were jealous as hell. An old dog wanted some young meat, but ended up with a nibble, eh?
Listen, you prick. What the fuck are you trying on me? Who the hell do you think you are? You'd better take that back while you still have teeth.
You're pissed off that she preferred someone else over you, eh? You waited for her, and...
Enough! You've been asking for a beating, so here it comes! Now you're gonna get it! Sakra! You're better than I thought!
So, had enough already?
Yeah. Just leave me alone now. And I really don't know anything about Victoria. Maybe she just decided village life wasn't for her, so she took off with her soldier.
What soldier? You're telling me this now?
I heard someone came across her up there in the forest while she was having a rendezvous with some fella from the camp. But I really don't know anything else.
All right. I'll ask in the camp then.
Guards!
Greetings.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Heavens.
Quick! Quick! Go! Yeah!
Oi, you! Come here! Where do you think you're going?
Into the camp, of course.
Oh, aye. They can't wait to see you. Look here. No strangers are allowed in. So turn around and sod off back to the pile of dung you crawled out of.
The Miskovitz blacksmith sent me with some horseshoes. He said they'd come in handy in the camp.
All right, you can go in. But no messing about.
Ilyet nem minden nap lát az ember.
What would you like?
Show me your...
Good sir.
Good day, sir. Would you help me out? I'm looking for someone.
That depends. Who are you looking for?
Victoria, a girl from Miskovitz. They send her up here with goods from the smithy.
You'll have to ask the blacksmith. The smithy is opposite the entrance to the upper part of the camp. If you don't see it, you'll hear it at least. You can't miss the banging of the hammer.
Thanks a lot. I'll ask him.
Farewell, good sir. What is it? Are you whistling just for fun?
God be with you, my friend.
Almost there. What are you here for, friend?
Does the name Victoria mean anything to you?
No. Should it?
She's a girl from Miskovitz. I heard she comes up here to sell things.
Ah, I know who you mean. Aye. There's a girl who shows up here every now and again. I'm no good with names, but Victoria sounds familiar.
Who did she know best around here?
She got along with the merchants, but I'd say she fancied Black the most.
Who?
A soldier from the provisioning unit. I'd say her business dealings were more of an excuse to meet with him.
Where can I find this soldier Black?
He's lying in the infirmary. He's got gut ache, and you can hear him howling halfway across the camp.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him. Are you the one they call Black?
Aye. But more like green just now.
But I need to talk to you.
And I need something for the pain. Can't you see I'm barely breathing here? Kurva, I feel like I'll burst.
Tell me exactly what's wrong with you.
My belly hurts. It's killing me. It's as if I'll burst at any moment or give birth to a calf. It's from the fucking pig swill they give us to eat here.
Maybe. Do you remember what the last thing you ate was?
What do you think? Some cold, watery slop from the kitchen. Like always.
Try and think about it again. I need to know details. Maybe someone wanted to poison you. But then again, maybe you did it yourself. Did you try and spice up that slop from the kitchen by adding something to it?
Jesus Christ, you're right. One fella brought some mushrooms from the forest. They looked fine, so we cut them up and added them to it. Do you think they were poisonous? They looked harmless. And when we put them in the food, it was fit to eat.
It's obvious. You've eaten poisonous mushrooms. If you want relief, you need an antidote. The sooner the better.
But I can barely move. Oh, please. Bring it here to me.
I have something for you that...
Thank you. Oh, I can feel it bubbling and gurgling inside me.
Well, are you better now?
Not yet.
No. To look at you, I'd say you're as fit as a fiddle. You're not as white as you were, Black.
I still feel like I got run over by a team of oxen, though. It'll be alright once I get a good meal in me. So, what did you want?
It's about Victoria, the girl from Miskovitz.
Christ almighty. That woman won't leave me alone. Now she sent someone to try and change my mind?
Well, I didn't come to change your mind. Why would I do that?
Well, she's tried practically everything. Complaining, screeching, threats, tears. But none of it worked.
And what was she trying to achieve?
Look, we had a bit of fun once or twice. But that was it. She just didn't get it.
But Victoria's missing. Her house is empty, and no one knows where she's gone.
What do you mean she's missing? Wait. Seriously?
As if the earth opened up and swallowed her. Seeing as you two used to meet up, you might have some idea where to look for her.
She didn't tell anyone? Not even the blacksmith's wife?
There was a pool of blood on the floor. I was shocked when I went into the hearth room.
She often said she didn't know what she'd do if I left. But I thought it was just the kind of thing girls say.
But what were you expecting? She's already in a tough situation, and you just made it worse. Get off your ass and do something.
I can't just prance right out of the camp. Unlike you. Not far from here to the east, there's a spot we used to meet. A small clearing in the forest, where there's a pair of big birches. She might be there.
Good. I'll look there. But I'm doing it for her, not for you. Got it?
I know. But bring her a message from me. Tell her she's a stupid cow. I didn't force her to do anything, and now she's crying over spilt milk.
Try and think it over a bit. It might not just be Victoria's life at stake here. Could you live with yourself knowing you could have done something, but just couldn't be bothered to help her?
Could have. He's right. I got her into this horrible mess. So tell her I'll take care of her. And if she wants, she can stay here. I'm sure they'll find work for a woman here. At least we'll be together.
Now that sounds like a man talking. I'm going to see her now. I hope it's not too late.
I feel much better.
Where do you think you're going?
Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Go! Quick! Quick! Go!
I shall kiss your cheek so much.
You're Victoria, right?
And who are you?
No one important. Well, it all started like this. I was supposed to bring you some horseshoes, but then...
I'm not interested in any damn horseshoes.
Wait, though. In short, I'm Henry. Black sent me to talk to you. Oh, and so did Martha from Miskovitz. They're worried something happened to you because you vanished all of a sudden. I'll accompany you back home. All right?
I don't want to go back there. Nothing good ever happened to me in that house. I want to stay with my Black. Where is he? Why didn't he come himself?
Because he's lying in the infirmary. But you don't need to worry. He'll be all right soon. I know what happened to you. I was at your house and saw... well, everything. I'm sorry, but this is no solution.
You have no idea what's going on. You don't know me at all.
Then tell me what happened. Maybe I can help you somehow. After all, talking about it will help you feel better. Things aren't as bad as they seem.
Well, you already know that me and Black used to meet. But he changes his mind like the wind. First he says he wants to be with me, then that he's a soldier of the king and serving him as his priority. There's gossip in the village that I'm the camp whore who'll sleep with anyone for a handful of grain. Whenever I left to go up there, they'd shout at me not to come back. And then I found out that I'm with child.
And Black is the father of your child?
Of course. The villagers think I sleep with half the camp, but it can't be anyone else's but his, as God as my witness.
And that blood on the floor in your house?
I was desperate. I picked some herbs to make a decoction to get rid of it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I said to myself, I'd rather die with my child than kill it and go on living.
So you cut yourself?
Yes, with a knife. I cut myself once or twice, but once I felt the pain and saw the blood, I came to my senses. I wiped off the blood with an apron and my skirt, but it was everywhere. I couldn't bear to look at it, so I ran away. Here.
Thanks for confiding in me. You've had a difficult time.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Please tell me what you know about my Black.
Well, Black has manned up and promised he'll take care of you. That is, both of you.
Really? And I was beginning to worry he'd forgotten about me. Or worse, I've already lost one man in life. If another one left me, I'd think I was cursed.
You aren't. I'm certain. Life is complicated sometimes. That's just the way it is. But it looks like you'll have a happy ending.
I won't have to live hand to mouth anymore and do the worst jobs imaginable. Maybe I'll finally have a family.
I wish you all the best. May God be with you.
And with you too, Henry. Thank you.
Keep your eyes on the road, you fool!
Jug of wine, thanks.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I heard you have some work for a blacksmith.
That I do. But you'd have to manage more than pounding iron with a hammer. How important is it for you when working to not get dirty?
Let's just say I sometimes get a little dirt under my nails, if you get my meaning.
Very good. Let's cut to the chase then. I need you to bring me something, so that the owner of that thing does not notice you have borrowed it. Interested?
Fine. I'm in. What's involved?
As I said, I need you to bring me something. Nobody must know, and nobody must see you.
Yeah, I understand that. But what do I have to get, and from where?
Basan. one of the cumin dogs around here, has recently acquired a very lovely sword. It's called the Absolver. He got it as ransom for some knight he took captive during the conquest of Kuttenberg. You yourself must admit that such a weapon has no business being in the filthy paws of those pagans, when they don't even know how to use it. Now if I had a sword like that...
But humans aren't pagans.
What are you saying?
I'm telling you. They're Christians, just like you and me. Did you ever speak with them?
Do you think I understand their tongue? And that doesn't change anything anyway. I want that sword and that's the end of it.
So what do you need a blacksmith for?
You know, I'd hate for Bassan to notice his sword is gone. Can you imagine what that cumin vermin would do to me? But if you could get a good look at it, you could bring it to me and leave Bassan with a replica.
A replica?
Of course. Made of some soft iron, with coloured glass instead of gemstones. Just for looks. Bassan won't notice the difference anyway. What do you say?
Where can I find this Bassan?
Here in the camp, naturally. You'll go to the tournament enclosure, and on the left behind it, you'll find his tent. It's white with green trim along the top.
That sounds fairly easy.
That may be, but you don't need to dawdle. Run along, and watch out for Bassan.
Come on then, show us what you can do, unless you're playing for the first time. What's the hold up? Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
And now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the south, I saw a land without end, all covered in sand, hot and dry.
Greetings to you. How can I help you?
The bath maids in a military camp must be on their toes all the time, eh?
You can say that again. My girls don't even get a moment's rest all day long. Sometimes I have to drive those randy blokes off with a broom so they can eat and drink in peace.
So the baths bring in the coin?
Not so much, unfortunately. Nobody's battling. Those blokes have nothing to do, and they're running wild. And that's nothing but trouble. They get in fights amongst each other.
Who's causing trouble?
Everybody. But the Hungarians and Cumans most of all. None of us understand their gibberish. When they're in a good mood and have some coin, they can even be quite nice. Then the girls even enjoy taking care of them. But when they're thirsty and skint, they're like animals.
Do the nobles from the upper camp come here too?
Everyone comes here. But we do like seeing the nobles more, because they pay well. And they like taking 2 girls at once.
And do they at least pay twice as much then?
Oh, do they ever? When the girls really make an effort, even 3 times as much.
I need a bath.
Certainly, my baths are at...
Sorry.
Excuse me.
One beer, please.
Oh, my back.
Greetings to you.
Come and hear something you won't believe. I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced.
G'day. I'm sorry.
Fuck yourself.
No, you.
Bad.
Greetings to you. How can I help?
I saw the arena and the stands and thought to myself, this looks like a tournament, eh?
You're too late, lad. There used to be competitions here almost every day. Bets flying left and right. But that's been over for quite some time. All you can do now is a bit of archery. They haven't banned that yet.
Why'd they ban it?
Captain von Howlitz and Lord von Berghoff heard blokes were killing each other here.
You fought with sharp weapons?
Of course not. That was forbidden. But the Cumans fucked it all up. Fucking vermin.
So what happened then?
One of our companies went against the Cumans. It was a fight like any other. But those fuckers had a score to settle with us and brought sharp weapons. Our fellas came away from there in bad shape. Most of them never recovered. And then Command banned the fights.
Watch those legs!
So that's it then? No more tournaments?
Aye, probably. Because that wasn't the first cock-up. Cumans, Germans, Praguers, they all hate each other and are always at each other's throats. But without the tournaments and betting, the blokes don't have anything to do anymore, and they're starting to get testy. Now their camp is starting to look more and more like a wasp's nest. But you'll see for yourself soon enough.
So there won't be any fighting. That's all I need to know.
I'll be with you, good sir.
I'm sorry.
Nice sword. I'm not surprised they're fighting over it. To make the same won't be easy.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not bad so far.
Greetings.
Greetings to you, friend.
Good doggy. Good boy.
What will it be?
It's done. No one will ever know it's a replica. Brought you that sword, just as you wanted.
And what about Basan? Did you leave a replica in its place?
Of course. Everything is taken care of.
Fantastic. Hurry up, give me that sword.
Here you go.
The Absolver. It's finally mine. Isn't it beautiful?
Very. But now, about my reward.
What? Ah, you are right. Well, here is your reward, just as we agreed.
Thank you very much. And if you ever have any more work for me...
I'd rather not, friend. Just to be on the safe side. Take care. Farewell. Taking their time again.
Hold fast to that!
Careful!
Can I ask you...
You complain? What happened?
What? No, I'm not making a complaint. Why should I?
I chief of soldiers and I hear only complain and more complain. Always. They kill hands, they scare children, horse trample cabbage and eat carrot. This country full of complaining and whining.
I'm not complaining about anything.
That good. You real man.
Can I ask...
You complain?
What?
That...
Greetings, sir. Who are you?
You do not know who I am? Have you just crawled out from under a dung heap? I'm Grossav of Boramraka. What do you want from me?
Nothing. I just wanted to talk to you.
You and half the camp. I don't have time for you, peasant. I'm in charge of the whole place here. Got that?
Sorry, I didn't mean to waste your time.
Then do not waste my time.